were visiting friends in Rockport, came home, everything felt fine. We went to bed, and I got up out of bed, and I had a terrible pain in my back. And I got up out of bed, walked downstairs, it didn't help, walked back upstairs, tried to get in bed, couldn't help. And this went on for about 4 or 5 hours.
He evaluated Fran and said, Mary Alice, it's a kidney stone, and it probably is going to be a problem. So where would you like to be transferred to, or where would you take him to? And I said, well, we both have had surgeries at South Shore this year, and we're doing pretty well, and we're phenomenally impressed with what we experienced there. So he sent the records right away from his office to South Shore. By the time I drove over to the emergency room, they were ready for him. And that was the beginning of the journey. I was quietly brought out into the reception area of the MICU unit, and Stacy, the nurse, and Dr. Feldman had me with my back to my husband, who by this point was talking to his son and daughter-in-law and 2 grandchildren. And they quietly said to me, Mrs. Yafrate, your husband is very ill, and we're going to do everything we can to save him. They said, well, we think he is septic, and we know that eventually we're going to have to induce a coma in order to fight the illness that he is about to experience. At that point, Dr. Patel and Dr. Feldman came in, and then along came Dr. Ellerin, the infectious disease doctor. And each one of them took the time to explain to me what their goal was and what I was to do to accommodate this process, which was basically love him, step back, pray. So they induced the coma. And I was outside the MICU unit as they did this, and there was an explosion of the word code throughout the hospital. And I knew right away that he had gone into a cardiac closure or a code. I ran back in, and they all rushed towards me, and one Dr. O'Connor held me back. And I just watched, and Dr. Feldman said, I will tell you if it's over. And then he started counting down 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and he came back. And I went in and I picked up his hand and I said, okay, I've had enough. You've had the best medical and the best spiritual intervention in the whole wide world. It's up to you to come back and be as brilliant as you are. So wake up now. And I grabbed his hand, and as I grabbed his hand, he squeezed mine. And that was the moment we knew.
It was fantastic. Their ICU everybody was fantastic. They did everything they could, which they did. They saved me, and they treated me fantastically. And the treatment, I couldn't ask for better treatment.
The MICU unit nurses, day to day, moment to moment. But indeed, Dr. Feldman, Dr. Ellerin, Dr. Patel, Dr. Weiss, and Dr. O'Connor, because he was my support when I least knew he was there. And I'm sure there were others along the way. That, to me, was the greatest gift of all.
And the fence in the front yard is
the French fence.
As far as the hospital, amazing. And that's why our feelings are, we've been gifted with this, and it's now our turn to give back to you people in any way we can, with the angels and the teaming and the respect and everything from the hospital. They saved my husband's life.